What is up, everybody? My name is Extreme again, and welcome to the first video in my series called Weapon Wednesday, where I take a gun that I've either gone to gold or max prestige level, that I break down its statistics and attachments, and hopefully help you become better with the gun. As this being the first episode, I'm going to set a goal of 5 likes. 5 likes may not seem a lot, but it'll help get the video out there, and hopefully we can help more people. Also, please comment and give me feedback, as it's the first episode. Changes can always be made. And also subscribe if you want to keep up with the next video. I don't know what gun it's going to be, but who cares about next week? Let's get into this week and let's break down this gun. Today we're going to be breaking down the Scar H assault rifle, which is probably one of my favorite assault rifles due to its high damage. Scar H has 45 damage at close range to 24 at long range. This can be problematic because of its moderate to high recoil, which I will show later in the video. It has 625 rounds per minute, which is average for the assault rifles, and the average headshot multiplier of 1.2. Now, I did some recoil tests on this gun to see if the grip affects it, and I will show you that right now. This is the recoil test for the Scar H with no grip. As you can see, the bullets are actually pretty close together, although the gun does rise a little bit. Now, after you see this, when I kill myself with the C4 and you see with the grip, it's actually quite surprising because the gun climbs more and the bullets aren't as close together. Now, I thought this was an outlier, and it wasn't actually. But what I did find is that the recoil tests are actually very inconsistent, and the grip may really not affect you sometimes. It just depends, I guess, how you're firing and what height you're firing from compared to the other person. But this is a pretty inconclusive test. Now to the final part of the video, which is the recommendations that I have for you about the Scar H. Now, in terms of a class that you can use, I don't exactly have one, because when I use the Scar H, I go for high kill streaks, so that's what my class is geared towards, but I can tell you about the attachments that I use. Now, with most guns, I usually have primary Gunfighter on, but since I've now found out that the grip is close to useless, I have switched the grip out for red dot sight just to clear some up. That's just a placeholder as of now. I don't know if I'm going to take primary Gunfighter off, but 2 attachments that I really do recommend using is the Suppressor and the Quickdraw Handle. Now, the Suppressor is pretty self-explanatory. You stay off radar, which this is a pro and a con, because A, it's a pro because if you miss your shots, because this gun does have a large amount of recoil, then you won't be penalized and everyone won't see you spraying like a dumbass. Then B, it's a con because since the suppressor does take off range and damage, if it's going to take more shots to kill them, which I guess that personally doesn't matter for me, because I'm not taking them out at extreme range, but for some people it may really matter. Now, the Quickdraw Handle, if you're not going to use the suppressor, because the suppressor is kind of a preference thing, if you're willing to stay silent for the reduction of the damage and range. But the Quickdraw Handle, I think, is a must in my opinion with a lot of the assault rifles, since the submachine guns in this game are pretty good, because the Scar H does have a moderate to an average to, I guess, average low fire rate, and isn't really anything to boast about at close range. So you're going to want to be able to lock onto your target as fast as possible and take them out before they can start shooting you. But this gun can be horrific at close range because of its hip spread, so you're gonna want to aim in, but because of its damage, it can definitely pull out sometimes. But coupled with the hip spread and how slow this gun can shoot, and just all the other guns that shoot a lot faster, Quickdraw Handle is gonna hopefully, if not give you an edge, hopefully increase your chances of coming out of the fight. Now, onto how you should use this gun. It's really up to preference. This is definitely not a gun that I would use for rushing, but it is a good gun for defending. Now, I don't like when people camp. That's just ridiculous. Why would you pay $60 to sit in the corner? I can do that for free at my friend's house, or during paintball or airsoft. You can do it for free or for $20. I don't know how much your places cost. Anyways, but yeah, this gun is good for defending because of its damage and its range. But then again, the recoil. But if you're going to use it for medium range, the recoil isn't going to be too big of a problem, hopefully. So you can really defend bombs and or flags. or whatever game mode you're playing from a reasonable distance where you're out of range of submachine guns, and you can probably also take out some of the other assault rifles and snipers and LMGs before they can take you out. Thanks for watching, guys. If you thought the video was informational, please leave a like, comment, and subscriptions are always welcome so you can keep up to date with the next video in the series. I believe next week I will be breaking down the Scar, although I am not going to confirm that. But if you guys have any recommendations of guns that I should break down next week, which I have to have it, which too many guns I don't have gold and or max prestige level. But if you guys have any recommendations on what I should cover or what gun I should break down, then those are always welcome. My name is Extreme again. I will see you guys later.